All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about a platform called Tendify, and it's trying to do something pretty ambitious. Completely change how wholesale trade works. We're talking about cutting out the middleman, which isn't just about saving money, it's about shaking up the entire global system. So, if you run a business, does this sound familiar? You're trying to find suppliers you can actually trust, but you're stuck navigating this maze of agents and brokers, each one adding their own fee. It's a huge headache that can seriously slow you down and drain your budget.
Well, that's exactly the problem Tendify was created to solve. You can think of it like a direct superhighway for business. It's one big online marketplace that connects you, the buyer, straight to the source, the manufacturer. And the most important part? No middlemen. That means you talk directly, you see real-time prices, and you know you're dealing with companies that have already been checked out.
And listen, this isn't some tiny startup just getting its feet wet. We're talking about more than 1,200 verified suppliers already on the platform. That number is a really big deal because it shows this marketplace has already built up a ton of trust and has some serious scale.
Okay, so if you're a business owner, why should you care? Let's break it down. Real-time pricing means no more waiting days for a quote. You can chat directly with the manufacturer to get your questions answered right away. They've got verified suppliers who are ready to export, which saves you a ton of research. And maybe the best part for anyone looking to buy? It is completely 100% free for you. Tendify just takes a small cut from the supplier's side of the deal.
Now let's talk about that security part for a second, because it's a huge deal. You know, sending a big chunk of money overseas to a company you've never met can be, well, pretty stressful. That's what these trust accounts are for. The system basically holds the money safely until the deal is done right, which gives both sides the confidence they need to do business. It's a layer of safety that makes the whole thing possible.
Okay, so we've covered the why and the how. But what can you actually find on Tendify? Let's take a little tour of their marketplace.
So this gives you a really clear picture of what's hot on the platform right now. Agriculture and food is a massive one, which, makes total sense. But look what's right behind it. The backbones of industry. Construction, transportation, and logistics. This shows you it's not some niche site. It's serving major foundational parts of the economy. And the variety is just incredible. You can find the absolute core ingredients for industry here. We're talking everything from raw metals like steel and copper to all sorts of industrial chemicals.
Then you've got all the heavy-duty stuff, the machines that actually build things. Think sophisticated CNC machines, powerful generators, and even the everyday workhorses like forklifts. It also dives deep into these super specialized sectors. You can source equipment for oil and gas operations, from drilling rigs to the complex gear you'd find in a refinery.
And hey, it's not all old school industry either. The platform is firmly planted in the digital age. You can find a whole range of tech gear, from servers and networking hardware to business software.
All right, you've browsed around, you've found what you need. Now what? How do you actually turn that into a real deal? Well, the process is surprisingly simple.
Seriously, it's just 3 steps. First, you post what you're looking for, the exact product, how much you need, and where you need it sent. Step 2, you just wait. Usually within a day, you'll start getting quotes from different suppliers. And finally, step 3 is where you close the deal. You can chat directly, negotiate the details, and sign the contract all securely on the platform.
And the key to unlocking all of this? It's that first step. Posting a request for quote or an RFQ. That's what gets the ball rolling. And just to say it one more time because it's so important, for you, the buyer, doing this costs absolutely nothing. So let's pull back for a second. Beyond all the features and the product categories, what's the big idea here? What kind of future is a platform like Tendify trying to build?
This quote from the company pretty much says it all. You hear those words? Empower, directly, and trust. The entire idea is that if you can get rid of all the layers in between and use technology to build a safe place to do business, you create way more opportunities for everyone involved. Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. As platforms like this get more popular, are we watching a real-time shift in how the world does business? A move away from the old, confusing networks toward a future where trading directly and transparently is just the new normal? It's definitely something to keep an eye on.